Welcome to the CISD Game On Week 7 quest. This is Joy Lunsford.
And I'm Geraldine Hedger.
And we're from Reeves Hinger.
This week we're featuring the game Disney Infinity. We love Disney Infinity because it features characters that were working in the same environment, but allows for characters to highlight their own superpowers. Very similar to our own classrooms. This week, we want to thank First United Bank for providing our iPad. We so love the community support.
Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about differentiation, which goes along with the Disney Infinity. Characters are in the same portal, but they're able to demonstrate their own superpowers, just like in the classroom. Our students are in the same classroom, but we're going to adapt and adjust to their learning styles and different products that they choose. So your quest this week is to demonstrate how do you adapt lessons to address the individual needs of students. Don't forget that Debbie sends out the link to the Lead Forward Instructional Strategies resource in the email, so check that out for this week's featured strategies and more. This week we're featuring the high yield strategies that you see on the screen. Geraldine's going to talk to us about the connect the dots strategy, which we love at Reeves Hinger, and also reading symbols, which is another of our favorite at our campus. Geraldine, will you share a little bit about connect the dots?
Sure. Connect the dots is one of my favorite strategies to use. So many students are able to generate their own similarities and differences through group discussion. But a great way to differentiate would be to provide the similarities and differences pre-printed for those students who are not able to come up with those on their own. A great discussion can still occur as students decide to discuss where to place their statements on the paper. Here's an example being used at Reeves Hinger of a connect the dots in a classroom where they were working with problem solving. As you can see, they have the problems that they're figuring out where to place, and then they come up with the similarities and differences. Remember that to check your email this week, Debbie will send out an email with a link to a Google slide that you can use to generate connect the dots, and she'll also include a how-to video. Joy, tell us something about reading symbols.
Okay, reading symbols is another one we love. We're big on reciprocal teaching at Reeves, so this is one way you can use it. It's really fun to get your class to kind of demonstrate how you're going to show those thinking marks on your reading. You can kind of have them help you come up with the symbols, which provides ownership for them. So reciprocal teaching is one way you could use that. Another way is doing a combination of things or using like sensory details. This particular student was showing where he was reading text that helped him hear what it might sound like or seeing mental images in his head. A way to differentiate with the reading symbols might be like the word observed. He had underlined and then he has the clarifying symbol for the magnifying glass, and it's kind of showing that he had to think deeper about the meaning of that. So a good way to differentiate with kids is maybe when they clarify, they could stand up and act out what that word meant, or maybe draw a picture, or they could even write synonyms. There's several different ways they could demonstrate their learning. And sometimes a great way to differentiate is to provide choice for students in how they want to show their learning. Our level up this week is going to be, what are your best instructional strategies to address individual needs of students? At Reeves Hinger, we have several that we like that are technology-based, like web-based, so you can check out NEWSELA. That will be a resource provided in the email as well, where you can check out that web address. Tween Tribune is one that we've used for several years at Reeves Hinger, and lots of our teachers love that. Both of these provide opportunities to find different levels of text for your student to differentiate based on their learning ability.
And one of my favorite resources to use on our iPads with my special education students is an app called Newsomatic. It's a daily newspaper. You get it 5 days a week, and it provides the students choice. They can choose from several different newspapers or several different articles to read based on reading level. And then the added bonus is that they can click on a symbol inside the app that will read the article to them. So it brings current news to them when maybe they don't have the ability to read it. The first two apps on the screen, NEWSELA and Tween Tribune, are free resources. NewsOmatic is a paid app, but it is affordable. It's a yearly subscription, and I think it's a great benefit to your classroom. Once again, we want to thank First United Bank for providing the iPad giveaway this week. So, Canyon ISD, game on!